is time for another set review. This time from the Final Fantasy set. I'm joined by, as always, Seragyn and Spoon.
Fuck you, Pens.
Thank you both, as always, for joining me. Greatly appreciated. So we're just going to dive right on in with, I believe Seragyn's going to lead us off, correct? Or no, Spoon. Spoon's going to lead us off. Spoon's going to lead us off with his top three. So here's his number three. Right there. The water crystal.
Yeah, this is. I like this card a lot. I have a deck that I'm playing around with already with it. So I have Rona. It's a unit, a 2-cost unit that you can tap and draw a card and discard a card, and then you play like Mesmeric Orb and Speaking Stoolage and stuff that just makes the other person discard and mill stuff. And it's toxic and awesome.
Yeah,
just in case people aren't actually looking at the screen and are just listening, this is the 4-cost legendary blue artifact that makes all blue spells cost 1 less, and whenever an opponent mills a card, they mill that many cards plus 4.
Yes. And then also, like with Mesmeric Orb, text that says when an opponent discards a card, like if some cards that say that it's been retroactively added, that also is considered mill also.
Oh. Nasty.
That's just gross.
Yes. I almost put this in my top 10, but I didn't want to be that toxic, so I did not. But I'm glad to see someone else did. I'm glad someone else did, because I really do want to make a mill deck at some point. I've actually been researching commanders, but that's down the road. Maybe.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, maybe that's a hint for a future Saturday commander. Who knows?
Yeah.
But that's.
So, but like this is this is awesome because like all you need is a bunch of stuff that just like mills just like one, and then just goes crazy because then they mill 5 instead of just 1. The only thing that kind of sucks about it is like stuff that mills like half your deck. Like it doesn't really help that much. Like like if you mill like 20 cards instead of 24, it's like not that big of a help because like you kind of want those things to be something that finishes the game off instead. But it's still fun.
Still toxic as shit.
And then there's all the cards that double the amount of cards you mill. Things like Sphinx Tutelage, which really works well with this, especially if you get a lot of mill.
Yeah, Tutelage is great because then they instead of milling 2 cards, and then they having if they match, they mill again. It's 6 cards, and all 6 cards would have to be different for that. And so yeah, that's the reason why I was playing that deck. Is just because with Sphinx and Tutelage in there because unless you're like playing like monocolor or stuff like that, it's basically a win con.
And what's the enchantment, like the 3-cost that at the end of or the beginning of their upkeep, at the end of your turn, or the end of their turn, maybe, I don't know, an opponent every end step, that's it, that an opponent mills the number of cards that have been put into their graveyard in any manner.
Yeah, I don't remember what that one's called, but yeah, there's
because I'm also running that.
Either way, it's toxic as hell, and that's Spoon's number 3 card, the water crystal, which, like I said, I was going to put mine, and I'm glad someone else did. So I guess we're up to your, number 2 now, Spoon, right?
Yeah, number 2 is...
the Wandering Minstrel.
Is it? Yeah.
This dude looks like...
Wandering Minstrel is...
I'm just going to put this out there. He looks like fucking Robin. All right, I said it.
Yeah, I like it. The art's cool.
Yes.
And Wandering Minstrel, it says that all your lands come into tap. All your lands come into play untapped. And then it has a big towns payoff, which towns are a new type of land. added into the this set, and um, there's and one of the problems with that is do you have enough of the new cards from this set? And like sometimes you don't, but in this set we have like 23 of them, and there's some good ones. There's also like Adventurelands added into this one too, and all of them aren't terrible. That you can play with this. And the other thing that I love about this card is that if you use it as a commander, it's a 5-color commander.
Oh, that is true. He is.
So yeah, so that means you can play all the lands and utilize all the lands and play whatever other cards you want with it.
I'm assuming like what's like I'm looking at him. I'm guessing that his big thing is it the activated thing at the bottom?
Yeah, his activated thing, which costs it's I think it's 3 colorless and Warbird.
5.
And you tap so it's 8 costs to tap him, and then it gives +X to all creatures.
Doesn't look like he taps either,
where
though.
X is equal to the number of towns. Is it? No, he does. Yeah, no, he doesn't tap. You're right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, well, for 8 costs, he shouldn't tap.
No, he shouldn't. Because I'm looking at him, and he doesn't like. I don't know. I don't understand him. Like he seems kind of like. Meh.
I've played against him a few times, and the games have really gone both ways. It can be really good in some of the heavy landfall decks, especially because it's a 5-color commander.
But you can only have 1 town in each deck, though, right?
You can have 1 of each town.
Like, so are towns duels or single? Like, I've not really seen them.
They're dual. A lot of them are duals. Some are also singles.
Oh, okay.
Some are colorless. There's like 23 of them.
Oh shit. Okay, I was thinking, man, there's only like 5 or look. Okay, there's a fuck ton of towns. Okay, so you could build your power base off of towns if you wanted.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And essentially a lot of people do.
Okay.
And then the only issue with some of the towns is a lot of them come into play tap the duels.
Oh, according to him, they don't.
Well, not with him. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah. Okay. So then, it's making more sense to me now. Okay.
And he makes you a bunch of little weenies, and then you pump them all up.
Then you buff the little weenies and the big weenies, and you, I guess, mash people in the face.
Pretty much, yeah.
That is that's the green way. Give him trample and mash face.
Yeah, like so this is basically he's basically a landfall commander with extra steps, basically. But
at least he's in 5 colors.
Because
I think the neat thing about 5 colors, what you can bring in some of the better removals and things, which is nice.
And you can also bring in things like what is it? The Dragonback Assault, where landfall you make a 4/4 dragon.
Oh shit! Yeah, that'd be nasty. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't thought about that, but yeah, yep.
That's true.
I mean, it does deal 3 damage to everything when it plays, but that's a nice little sweeper, and then you start pumping out your lands more.
So you can actually have flyers, little 2/2 weenies, and then you buff it all, and then, like I said, you just profit. Gross.
Right.
All right, so that's Spoon's number 2, the Wandering Minstrel, or Robin, from like the 60s, right? That's like 1960s Robin. I don't know. Anyways, here's Spoon's number 1 card, Garnet, Princess of Alexandria. She's got a 2/2 for 2, which
Yep, she's a 2 cost, 1 green, 1 white, for 2, and she has lifelink. And then also, at the end, no, no, well, I forget when it is. Is that the beginning or the end?
When she attacks.
When she attacks. Okay.
You may. It's a may too.
You can remove. You may, and take off a counter off of each of your sagas, which is really awesome for this set because we've gotten the introduction of saga creatures.
Yes.
And some of the
she also gets +1/+1 for each counter you remove.
Yeah. There's that too. Yeah.
I feel like
remember she has lifelink too, so you want to.
Yeah, I feel like
so like she puts.
I think she wants to meet Tom Bombadil. That's what I'm thinking.
Now, unfortunately, I don't think we're getting all of the summons that are in the commander decks, because there's several in the paper side that are not coming to MTGA as far as I know.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
Still,
so I don't know how.
Because some of them are really good.
She's pretty damn sweet though. Still, even
Yeah.
Like I said,
I've been using her with one of the cards I will talk about.
I feel like I'm gonna maybe stash her in my Tom Bombadil commander deck. I think that would be very interesting.
Because I was not a fan of the saga creatures, the summons, at first until I actually tried them.
Oh, I absolutely put some in my Tom deck. Oh, it's beautiful.
But if you're playing something where sagas count, and I do think the support for sagas in this particular set has really brought them to the next level.
Which kind of revived my Tom Bombadil deck, like I said, because it was kind of like stale a little bit. But yeah, like you said, the saga creatures and all the new stuff, I'm like, ooh. So
you'll want my favorite card in there too.
Probably. So all right. So that is Spoon's number 1, Garnet, Princess of Alexandria.
Yeah. Before we move on, like the other thing that I like about her, she's an uncommon, and so my first draft I saw 3 of them. I think I drafted all 3, but I just played 2.
Nice.
And then like I drafted like the Chocomog, the white 3 for 2, 3 for 3
Saga.
And then it just kept playing saga creatures, and I would have her out, and she would get big, and the saga creatures would just stay on the field and just beat people with attrition. It was fun.
Nice. All right.
Fenrir is one of my favorite sagas so far.
All right. So that is Garnet.
Yeah. Fenrir is great, and Shiva, the primal one, she's great too, because like she says draw a card. So if any card that says draw a card is awesome.
Yes, especially in draft.
Nice. All right. So let's jump over to Seragyn's number 3. Yuna, Hope of Spira. She's a...
No,
what?
This is my personal favorite so far of this set. Just
even though it's number 3. Interesting.
Well, I thought we were going to do these 1, 2, 3, so I put it as, the best for last kind of thing. But that's okay.
No.
So she's a 5 cost, 3, and then a white green, 3/5. When she comes into play, herself and all of your enchantment creatures get was it Ward 2 or?
It says actually during your turn. It's not even when she comes into play. It's during your turn.
Yeah, during your turn.
Unit and enchantment creatures you control have trample, lifelink, and Ward 2. You got a lot going on there on your turn.
So essentially, she works great with the sagas because you play her out, your saga goes away, and then she brings it right the fuck back.
Yeah, it's at the beginning of your end step, you return up to 1 target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter, which, I mean, you're still getting to use it twice, so...
Well, I do, like, the deck I'm running uses, I forget the name of the land, I'm sorry, that is 2 and tap and take a counter from a permanent you control and move it to another permanent.
Oh, interesting.
So I take the finality counters and put them on the opponent's shit.
You're toxic, and I love
it. Fun. That's awesome. That's awesome.
That is.
And then you get to play it again and again.
Nice.
And even, God, I had the name of the card in my head. I wanted to talk about it, but I forgot. The legendary enchantment. That's a 3 colorless, 1 green. When your opponent has 3 creatures on the board at the end of your upkeep, you play 3 from your deck. Or play 2 from your deck. 2 units.
I've seen that. I don't remember the name of it. Yeah, that's annoying as shit.
That's a great way to get 2 immediate triggers off of Bahamut.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah.
So it starts before your upkeep, so you get 2 triggers, and then when he dies, you bring him right the fuck back for another one.
Nice.
So I've been playing with Commander. It makes, if you have... my first commander deck was Sithis, which is now at one of my 99 or 1 in 99 of my Yuna decks. But it really, like, all of your enchantments, including your removal enchantments, your exile enchantments, have to now be considered a 2-for-1. They have to find 2 ways to remove it, because you can bring them back.
Preferably, they're going to want to exile them.
Right, so now you have to try and exile them. Because otherwise, they're just going to come right back and do the same thing again.
Yep.
Yeah, and this is awesome. There's I forgot what the enchantment is, but it's a white enchantment that gives all your other enchantments hexproof. So if you somehow if you get that, gives them shroud. Not
There's actually 2 of them. The only issue I've had with that, because that was in mine, but for some reason the removal enchantments, you know, like the 3-cost exile a creature's lumps enchantments in play, wouldn't trigger when I had those out. So I think that's bugged currently.
Oh.
Yeah, I've heard people saying that too also.
I feel like
because I was playing both of them.
I think I'm going to put her in my Tom Bombadil deck now that I'm seeing her. Yeah, now that I'm seeing her. This is the first time I'm looking at her, and I'm I think her and Tom would be friends too.
I like if I were gonna make a Yuna a Garnet like Saga creature deck or commander deck. Garnet would just be in the deck, and I would just run Yuna as my commander.
Right, which is what I'm doing currently. Because Garnet's also in my deck, and it really is like, I won't say it is good. Like, it's strong when it goes off. It's not like the best deck in the world because it is a little bit slow, and not all of these enchantment creatures are super powerful, although there are some nice ways. There's the green Saga creature, the summon, the 7/7 reach trample, that when you play it, you mill 2 cards, so you can actually mill cards for Yuna to recycle, to cheat into play, stuff like Bahamut.
Yeah, and then there's the Knights of the Round, which if you can get it into a graveyard and not have to, because like if you have to hard cast it and it's not that good, but if you're playing it for free, it's awesome.
Right. So my 2 favorite targets for whenever it's either Yuna pulling something back or the enchantment I was talking about are Knights of the Round and Bahamut. Because then you're making 6 2/2s immediately.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
And you have an indestructible.
Nice.
Well, and then Bahamut also is removal, because you can just kill a permanent.
And it's any permanent, which is nice. And it's a 9/9 flying, which is also kind of nice. So yeah, I think she's really strong and gives most things a run for their money. The issue is trying to balance your removal, and is a little bit weak to the big enchantment sweepers. Not a little bit, it's very weak to those.
Yeah. If you don't have the Shroud guys in there, but like you were saying too, if you play the Shroud guys, and there's like timing issues it limits the cards you can play, because like if you play enchantments that want to interact with other enchantments or other creatures,
but yeah, also even with Shroud, there's a green, at least 1 green and a couple white that just exile all enchantments. And you're just kind of fucked then. Yes. So Season of the Burrow and Season of Burrowing, I forget what the white one is.
Yeah, so we actually did yours in reverse here. This is your number 1, you're saying, not your number 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll move on so I don't take up the entire time.
No, that's fine. But
I love this card.
Yes, it is pretty sweet. All right, so your number 2, I definitely got that right because it's right in the middle. So Seragyn's number 2 card, Absolute Virtue. This is a big bitch.
So this is an 8-cost blue-white. So it's what, 6 BW?
Mm-hmm.
Flying 8/8 that gives you protection from your fucking opponent. So attacks don't work, mill shit, like nothing works, right? And I know the immediate criticism besides the cost is dies to removal, right? But it's not like
Dies
the
overkill.
best card. Yeah, it's not the best card in the world. But if you can protect it, and I put it in a counterspell shell and a ramp shell, and if she stays on the field at all, it's just funny because you don't give a shit how many creatures they have attacking you because they don't do anything.
Yeah, if somehow you can get this thing flash and be able to flash it in whenever you need to, it's just dirty then. Because like you being able to flash it in like on your opponent's turn after they tap out for something that they want to use to kill you or to completely weaken you, and then you play it onto the field, is really good. Because like the other problem with it is like if you play it fairly, turn, let's say 6 because you're in blue white, maybe you have a little bit of ramp. So like turn 6 you play it somehow on the but you're tapped out, and so you can't protect it, and so like you just give them the window to figure out how to remove it while you don't have anything up. But if you can play it on their turn when they have mana tapped, then you're
I play it in my Hope deck, and it has won me many games where I was just being completely overrun, and then I got this thing out super late in the game, so I had mana to protect it, and then was just able to sit there and do my thing and not worry for the rest of the game.
Nice.
Yeah, that works too. Like, yeah. Either that, or you're playing at turn 8 when you have 10 mana and you can play it and have protection for it or something like that too.
Yeah. Like I said, not the best card in the world, but it is fun, and it does give a lot of lulls when your opponent's like, what the ever-loving fuck am I supposed to do with this?
It is all about the lulls, folks. It's a big sumbitch, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it's an 8/8 flying, so it can deal some damage.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get some swings in.
Although I don't think I've ever actually attacked with it when I played it because I was too scared of it getting removed by something.
So that's number 2 from Seragyn. Now, it's in the 1 slot, but this is your number 3 card coming up. It is Hope. Estheim? Is that how you say it? Estheim?
I don't fucking know.
Hope. We're just gonna call him Hope. It's Hope.
Estheim, but that's fine. You're
so Hope is a blue-white, 2-cost commander again. That the ability here, it also has lifesteal.
Oh, it does.
But when you gain life at the end of your turn, your opponent mills the amount of cards equal to the amount of life you gain that turn.
And it's white, blue, and of course and white is that's literally what they do. Is life gain.
You can get tons of life gain through this.
I feel like he's a good mill commander, right?
Yeah. The only issue I have with it is it's not the pingy mill, so I do use it with the crystal, but it does make it where, I only gained 2 life this turn. Well, fuck you, you're still milling 6 cards.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And then the other thing this is great in is... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So I also run it with things like the new equipment that gives the creature +X, where X is your life total, because you're running a life gain deck.
Oh yeah.
And so you put that on something like Ceres, which has or Ceres, which has first strike, 5/5 already, and lifesteal.
Nice.
And you're just wrecking shit.
Yeah, that's actually because I've been looking for a good mill commander. Maybe I give Hope a peek. Maybe that's my mill commander.
Again, the setup for it does mean you're more of a go wide, almost weenie deck, because a lot of white's life gain is when a creature enters.
Yeah, that's true.
So you can get overrun.
But white also has some nice protection stuff too, right? So
Right, and some decent removal, board wipe, stuff like that.
And they got blue, so you can do stuff like Cyclonic Rift and all that kind of like dirty stuff. So, you know.
And I like using it with the white crystal, which is also a 4 cost white legendary artifact. Makes white spells cost 1 less. So if you have both in there, you're making all your spells cost 2 less. And for it doubles the amount of life you gain.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice.
And there's lots of different things in white that don't actively gain you life, but let you gain 1 more life on top of that, and that kind of stuff. So you can really get a little bit ridiculous with this really fast.
This one looks like a good one for a mill commander for sure.
Yeah, it's a fun little mill thing, and in commander, I find that the mill from this kind of deck is less a win condition than it is just an area denial. You're just denying them options by taking all that shit out of their deck.
Yeah,
because it's 100 cards.
This card loves Agatha Soul Cauldron.
Yes,
I think someone use this with Walking Ballista, and Walking Ballista goes into the graveyard, and then it gets the Soul Crystal, the Soul Cauldron exiles it, and then you can start pinging away counters that you put on him with, and then and there's a way you can like make those counters infinite and just mill them out also. So yeah,
it's fun. It really is fun. I was using a similar strategy with that in Minway. So the
Minway works too.
The commander that whenever you gain life, all your clerics get a +1/+1 counter. And a lot of your life gain stuff is clerics.
Yep. And if you have a cleric under the Soul Cauldron, then you can do that.
Yeah.
So that is serious.
And so, yeah, just fun shit. Again, not the best cards, but they're fun.
I told them, again, it's about having fun. So that's Seragyn's number 3. So my crappy cards are up next. My number 3, Nibelheim Aflame.
Everyone, he is lying. He has the only pause, guys. Like Pins has the only tier 1 card here. So
I mean, surprisingly, I didn't think it would be. I just picked it because I'm like, this looks cool. But anyway, it's not this card though. I picked this one. It's a 4 cost, 2 anything, 2 red. Choose target creature you control. It deals damage equal to its power to each other creature. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, discard your hand and draw 4 cards. And its flashback cost is 7. 5 any and 2 red. So because I love playing those kind of, they're what, black white, black red, mono black, where it's like, hey, if one of your creatures or a creature dies, ping your opponent. I love playing that shit. I think it's fun. So to me, this is great, and especially you play it on, because black decks have so many death touchers. Play it on one of them, and you just wipe the board, and then you get a lot of pings, and you laugh maniacally, and there you go. So, I mean, I could even see this going in like a green deck, red green, right? I mean, they just got big chunky fuckers, play this on one of their big chunkers, and blow everything up. So
and red doesn't have a lot of board sweepers.
No, they really don't. I know of only one, and it only does 5, I think. I have it in a couple of my decks. It does 5, and they have a smaller one that does, I think,
burn down the house.
Burning down the house. I love it. Do 5 to everything, or 3 1/1. Was it Red Devil with haste?
And what is there's a couple red cards that whenever this card is dealt damage, deal that much damage to your opponent.
I don't remember.
It's in a lot of the goblin hasty fucking.
And I don't.
There's the goblin char. No, is it not Charbelcher? Is Charbelcher one of them that does it?
I don't know. There's a couple.
I don't personally play goblin decks. I'm not too familiar. But I just thought this was a
this
fun,
would be fun
little...
in like a red-green, you make a giant green bastard with tokens.
Yep.
And then just kill your opponent.
But pretty much. They think, oh, I'm just going to chump it. No, you're not. All your shit's now dead, and I'm going to hit you for a big amount right in the face. So, like
or
I said,
even all your shit's dead, and I just dealt that much damage to your face because of this one little goblin bastard.
True.
Well, also there's I forgot what card it is. There's a card that it's from the set too. That when the Jumbo Cactar.
Oh, fucking
so, like,
Cactar.
Oh, it gets 999. You do 10,000 damage to everything.
But no, like if you sweep, let's say you sweep the board, and your opponent is sitting there, and like they have let's say they have 25 life, whatever. Then they're like, oh, I'll just rebuild or whatever, and then you have your Cactar come in and kill them.
So here's a question with this spell that I wasn't thinking of. So if you are playing that big giant green bastard with trample and you play this on it, and my opponent has a bunch of small weenies, does my opponent take trample? No.
That's
not
how
it doesn't
works.
do that. It's not how it works.
Okay, just making sure. But still,
it's not eternal, sadly.
Yeah, but at least the death touch part of it works, so that's kind of nice.
Yes, because it is the creature dealing damage.
So, but like I said, I thought there was a neat little different odd removal card. Because, like I said, it plays...
this lifelink is also broken with lifelink. Like if your opponent has like a bunch of tokens and stuff like that, and you play this on something with lifelink,
it would gain you life,
a massive amount of life.
And like I said, it plays into the kind of decks I do enjoy. Those type of decks where you have a bunch of weenies and you slowly ping away at your opponent. And I thought this was like, this could be pretty cool in that, because as you will see, this works, I think, along the lines with my number 2 card, which is Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier.
Sephiroth.
3 cost, 281 black, legendary. He's a 3/3. When he enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, I draw a card. Whenever another creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. And it's another creature. So it's mine, theirs, anyone's. If this is the 4th time this ability has resolved, this turn he transforms. And he transforms into, I believe, a 6/6 flyer. I probably should have had a picture of that, but I am not good at what I do. But yeah, it's a 6/6, I believe.
Yes.
Flying.
No, it's 5/7.
Is it a 5/7?
Yes.
Yeah, 5/7.
5/7 flying. Is it an angel, I think?
Yes. The one-winged angel.
Yeah.
Come on, have you never played Final Fantasy VII? What the fuck is wrong with you?
You're gonna get so many hate comments.
I've never played any Final Fantasy. I don't like the games. Anyways, so again,
shut the fuck up.
He again is perfect for the kind of decks I like building, and I mean, he looks cool. I mean, fuck, you got
forgot that when he transforms, you also get an emblem.
Yes.
That does another ping damage, and you gain a life anytime something dies.
Yes. And he got some killer hair. I mean, that hair. I mean, holy shit. I mean, look at that.
And what is his ability? Like, I think he also does that too, doesn't he? Like the transformed creature itself.
That's a good question.
Either way, it's nasty.
It's really fucking nasty. I'm gonna look it up right now because I'm bad.
Yeah, while you're looking it up, I've seen a deck with this with the Witch's Familiar and Witch's Oven.
Oh,
yeah, and
see here.
Yeah, and it's just toxic, and
all right,
so you can get all 4 of those triggers right when he enters the battlefield with that combo.
So he is a 5/5.
Yeah, pretty easily.
He is a 5/5 flying.
5/7.
Yeah, he transforms into Sephiroth, one-winged angel, a legendary angel, nightmare avatar, flying. He's a 5/5. He has Supernova. As this creature transforms into Sephiroth, one-winged angel, you get an emblem with whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So you still get that. And then whenever he attacks, you may sacrifice any number of creatures. Any number of other creatures, I should say. If you do, draw that many cards.
Yes.
So that's just chef's kiss. Again, put a bunch of weenies out there, sack them all, draw more shit to sacrifice or kill or whatever.
A couple times, mainly in Commander. And mixed results. If he goes off, if you get the setup, it's really good.
Yes.
But if you're playing against someone who has seen that kind of deck before, because there are other commanders that do similar, right?
Oh yeah, there are.
And knows how to work around it, and what key pieces they have to get rid of.
Yeah, then you're boned.
Then it can be, yeah. But when he goes off, he goes the fuck off.
No, and it's great because most decks they get to the point where then they can't attack you anymore because you're just going to throw a creature in front of it and keep pinging them to death. So they're kind of damned if they do, damned if they don't. Because if they swing, then you swing back at them, or you just, like I said, throw shit in front of their creatures and who cares. So, you know.
And he's one of the few new transform legendaries whose transform is fairly reliable at being able to get off.
Yeah, because I feel like if you're playing one of those type of ping decks, that usually,
there's so much support for it already.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like, so you just need to sacrifice.
And it's his
you just need to sacrifice 4 creatures.
And it's whenever another creature dies, target opponent. If this is the 4th time this ability has resolved, is it his ability? Because there's other cards that have that same exact ability.
Well, yes. It's only his ability.
Okay, because like I said, I know there are creatures that have literally that same fucking text on them. And I don't know if it counted all of them.
Plaguey effects where you can drop something like Massacre Girl down and get him to transform immediately, like instantly.
Cute.
Yeah, like you can, like I saw a deck with the Shadowborn Apostle. It's a black, it's a 1-cost cleric, and but you can play as many in your deck as you want, and then you can sack. If you sack 6 of them, you can get a demon from your deck. So like I saw somebody who had that with, of course, the stupid cauldron and the familiar and stuff like that. And so like you just you play a bunch of those guys, you play a bunch of the other ones, you play Sephiroth, you sack 6 guys, he flips, and bingo bango, you got your emblem that can't be the opponent can't do anything about.
Oh, that's true. Because even if they kill it,
sacking your stuff to win the game.
Damn, that's right. Because once you get the emblem, even if they kill the Wind-Winged Angel, he goes back to your command zone. You can play him again.
And you still have the emblem.
And you have the emblem, and now you have Sephiroth, so you have it going twice. And again, if you have any other cards...
you get the emblem more than once.
Yeah, and if you have any other of the other units that have that effect, like, it just gets fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's my number 2, Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier. My number 1, when I saw this card, I'm like, ooh, I didn't think he would be the guy. But apparently he is one of the guys, a guy, whatever the fuck he is. It's Vivi! He's a 1 anything, 1 blue, 1 red. He's a 0/3. His 0 effect, basically, I guess you pay 0. Add X mana in any combination of blue and or red, where X is his power. You can only activate during your turn and only once. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, he gets a +1/+1 counter, and he deals 1 damage to each opponent. I saw this and I thought it was.
So before we get,
I just thought he was tits bonker, or could be. I just like.
The thing is, you play him and then you put Curiosity on.
I'm curious. I'm curious by Curiosity.
That's exactly what you do.
So Curiosity is a 1 blue aura that whenever this card deals damage to an opponent, you draw a card.
Oh shit! I see that now.
And when you and the way you stack it is that like you can play Curiosity, put it on him, and if you put it on him before his trigger goes off, then you just immediately draw a card. And so you'll probably draw another Curiosity. If you're playing against me, you draw another Curiosity and you put it on him, and then you draw 2 more cards, and you're off to.
And you get more mana from him, because now he's like a 4/4 or a 4/7 or some bullshit, and you just keep going.
Yeah, and he obviously, I feel I would probably make him a commander. Obviously, I would probably put him in a commander deck. I don't know if that's good or bad.
You save all your nice bullshit like your moxes.
Mm-hmm.
You save them until he's on the field, so then you get an immediate, like you play an artifact that gives you mana, it pumps him. It's ridiculous. If you can handle him quickly, it is very beatable. If you don't handle him for one turn, if they have any extra mana, like if you play him and they have extra mana, you're toast. It
is his ability. I'm looking. It doesn't say. Is it a sorcery or is it an instant? I'm assuming it doesn't say, so it must be. It's a sorcery.
It's an instant. It's a speed.
Oh, okay.
So you have to like counter him, or hopefully someone does something stupid like play him out when they're tapped out.
Yeah,
to give you a chance. Otherwise, it's a like turn 3, maybe turn 4 win.
Yeah, I've seen him win on turn 3, which is So
I guess I just saw him and I thought this looks cool as shit. And yeah, I'm definitely going to make him a commander.
Also,
I opened a bunch of packs and unfortunately I didn't get one of him, so I'm a little sad, but we're going to craft him.
Well, he came with the pre-order.
I did not get it because I suck.
I did. So
I was hovering over the button. I was like, ooh, I should just get it because I'll be guaranteed to get one, get the sleeves, and just fucking go. But I'm like, I'm going to hold off. So I held off.
I also have it. I don't even play Arena.
Yeah. But he looks...
I don't like it.
Like I said, he's definitely... You will see him on Saturday Commander. I am telling you, you will see him at some point this year. Because I am excited to work and do something with him. I don't know fucking
what. And he is good in any format currently.
Well, yeah.
I think out of all these cards, some of them are much more Commander focused than others.
Mm-hmm.
This one is definitely one of the few that's like, it's going to hit all of them. It may still not be the fastest that you can do with the red-blue, but it's not nice.
Yeah, he looks really, really good. Like I said, I am curious to see what I can come up with him.
They're in modern, people are playing red-blue with like monetary Swift Spear with him. And it works. People are winning with it. So
yeah.
Any combination of? Isn't there? I'm trying to think. Isn't there and I don't remember what color it's in. Isn't there a card that lets you keep power through phases? Like keep mana through phases. So like, say you pop his ability on your turn, and you only use, let's say, 3 of 5 for whatever reason, and you have 2 floating there. Is there an artifact or something that lets you keep it instead of losing it, so that you would have it basically to protect him on your opponent's turn? Or am I high? And I don't do that, so I don't know that I'm high.
My jink isn't that deep, but I
thought there was something.
It wouldn't surprise me if something did exist like that. I would suspect that it's probably like more expensive than anyone ever uses.
Yeah,
so that's how come I've never seen it.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's my number 1, Vivi, and so those are our top 3s. Like I said, they're some of them are
also just
they're fun. We I think generally all pick stuff we think is fun to play.
Yeah,
or it could be fun.
Also, just so you know, Vivi is like one of the most popular characters in the whole Final Fantasy.
I didn't know that.
Series.
I'm assuming obviously
everybody loves Vivi.
I'm assuming they're a wizard in Final Fantasy, obviously, because he's a wizard creature. Yeah. Look, I mean, are Final Fantasy people gonna kill me if I say he looks like Orko from He-Man? Will they kill me?
Oh my! Okay.
Yes,
They will.
Okay, then I didn't say that. I didn't say shit, folks. I don't know.
But you're also not wrong.
So
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't hear
he's the original, like, the Black Mage. Come on, man.
I didn't say shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
You should have actually, like, Wikipedia'd some fucking Final Fantasy shit before that.
I don't know. You know what? We flail by the seat of our pants on this channel, Seragyn. Come on now.
Yeah, but this is kind of like you're not wearing fucking pants.
Maybe I'm not. Who knows?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, you do. Anyways, that's our top 3 from the Final Fantasy set.
And our normal disclaimer: we all kind of suck at this game, except Spoon's probably better than most of us.
Yeah.
But
it's still not great.
If we're wrong, we're fucking wrong, and it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're putting this out there early. I think eventually we probably should do a review of our reviews and be like, hey, this card we were right on. This one, not so much. But that's down the road. I
have certainly called some wrong since we started doing this.
I think we all have. But
speaking of that, Vivi makes the Aether thing, the Planeswalker
the Aether Spark
thing. The Aether Spark. He actually makes that playable. Someone sent me a deck list of it. And,
oh shit! I didn't think about the Aether Spark.
Couple places. Yeah. The
I kind of forgot that existed.
Oh my.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I did too. I did too, and until someone showed me, cause I was talking crap about how, I was like, people will think they know what they're talking about, with Aether Spark, and they're like, oh yeah, Vivi, you can play Aether Spark, and you can get the Aether Spark to 11, on the turn you play it. It's just ridiculous.
Grotesque.
Oh my god. And doesn't he put +1/+1 counters on Vivi too?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
So, god damn it!
I know what I'm doing.
So much mana.
I know what I'm doing, folks.
I'm really scared that is gonna end up being meta, and I don't want to see that.
You're gonna see it when we make him when he's our starting commander. Guess what you're gonna see, folks?
That's fucking gross.
So, anyway, folks. Let us know what you think down and below in the comments. Do you agree with some of our picks? Give us some of your picks. Tell us, hey, you're a moron or you're spot on. Whatever. We'll probably ignore you.
Oh.
We may not. We don't know.
Yeah.
Seragyn might tell you to fuck off.
I'm going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real quick, we sometimes will talk about the mechanics that they introduced.
Yes.
Yes.
The really, really good one here is the job select. We didn't pick any cards that have it on there, so I want to mention it.
What is it? Job select?
It's job select. It's on weapons. And when you play the weapon, you get a 1/1 hero token, and sometimes the tokens have a class on them, there's a cleric wood and a mage wood. And so it's the core. Yeah. So you get a creature with it already, and it's really, really it's cool. It's how
which one is my favorite.
Should be.
That is kind of interesting. Did not think.
The summoner's staff.
I usually don't play a bunch of weapon stuff.
Yeah. Somerset. That's the one that makes the black mage, right?
No. It's the 4-cost, 3 colorless, 1 green. Makes it into a shaman, and whenever that equipped creature attacks, you may play a creature from your hand. And if that creature is an enchantment creature, it comes in attacking.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
So that's how I cheat out Bahamut a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah, but there's a lot of fun things there. So, job select, good. Yeah. Go have fun with it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that pretty much it, right? So,
fuck.
I want to thank Seragyn and Spoon, as always, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me.
Of course.
Till the next set, probably.
Thank you for having me.
I don't know, 2 months. Magic cranks out cards fucking next crazy. Week. Yeah. Who knows?
3 weeks and 2 hours.
You'll catch us again, probably fumbling around, picking our top 3 for whatever the next set may be. So until then, folks, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.